It's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. You already know what it is, Tawfiq page. And you can you should follow us on Instagram, Matter of fact, go follow us on Instagram right now. Open your phone, go to Instagram and follow TBISE. It's TBISE247 on Instagram. It's TBISE247. You see it right here. TBISE247. Also, if you ever want to shoot a podcast, no matter where you are, reach out to Pod Rooms USA on Instagram at Pod Rooms USA. They make your content sound clear, the sound create everything you need over there. So let's get into this, this game here. It was kind of a blowout. The Bucs, versus the Reds. I'm sorry, I almost said it. The Washington Commanders. The Bucs versus the Washington Commanders. The Bucs, came out and dominated the Washington Commanders. They didn't have an answer for them. Baker Mayfield was looking like a prime Tom Brady. Baker was 24-30, 289 yards, 4 TDs. Bucky Irvin, 9 carries, 62 yards. Back to Baker. Baker he almost had we had 146 QBR. I don't know if he can keep this up. I don't know. He did play a Washington Redskins team that was kind of struggling. The secondary was getting destroyed. Baker was taking advantage of them. Receiving, Chris Godwin, 8 receptions, 83 yards. Rashad White, he had 6 receptions, 75 yards. Mike Evans, 5 for 61. They do have a nice receiving core. I gotta admit, they got a nice receiving core. So that team is going to be real dangerous in that division. Do I pick them to win the division? Nah, I don't. So just moving on. Washington, man. Jaden Daniels, 17-24, 184 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions either. He was sacked twice, not anything out of the normal. But the only thing about it is Jaden McDaniels, he led the Redskins in rushing as well, 16 carries, 88 yards. The passing, it seemed like he didn't get the ball to any of the receivers really. Eckler, he had 52 yards, 4 for 52. It was kind of spread around a little bit. We had a few receivers on that side catching a few passes. But it seems like they didn't have an answer for the Bucs. They looked up by second quarter, they was behind, and it seemed like they couldn't catch any steam. Well, they weren't able to catch any steam. So this is what happens in the NFL. But it's week 1. Like I said, it's week 1. You can't really complain about week 1. A lot of kinks to iron out. So Washington fans, don't get too bent out of shape. You have a young team. You have a young quarterback. You have a young team. So we'll see what happens going forward. But it's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. Don't forget. It's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment.